Hey survivors, Tin Pony here. I've been spending some time fooling around with thrusters and boats and gasoline consumption, and I want to share my results with you. The actual on the water testing starts about 4 minutes in, but we're gonna start with some static testing on thrusters, and this isn't under load, so don't expect this kind of result out on the water. You're not going to get it. What we're doing is we're starting with a level 5 thruster with 20 gas units in it, and we're going to run it until it goes dry, see what kind of time we get. And this is at the very lowest setting. So when the in-game timer hits double O, we'll turn this on and see how long it takes to run out of gas. And believe me, I know because I did it. I edited the video. You're not going to have to watch it. And here we are, 19 minutes, real minutes later, and we just ran out of that 20 gasoline units. And again, it's not going to last that long out on the water or under a hovercraft or whatever. Um, this is just a static test to compare. And now we're going to try it on max and see how long this takes to go through 20 gallons or 20 units of gas. And again, I'm going to speed through this, but sounds like a didgeridoo. Okay, minute and 45 seconds is when this is going to run out. So it's almost 2 minutes instead of 19. And that's about a 1 to 10. So high speed runs through a lot more gas. And I set this up on a pulse, half second, 500 millisecond pulse, because I was starting to suspect that I was getting robbed of gas every time I started and stopped an engine. But we're going to do this on max, and if we run out of gas before the 2 minutes, that will confirm my suspicions. We'll cut away on this. Okay, it's way over 2 minutes, so it doesn't it doesn't suck down a gas unit every time I turn it off or on. Now we're out on the boat, and I got a pair of level 5s, and I'm going to max them out. I never run them this fast because I was under the impression that the faster you went, the more gas you use. That's, I mean, that's the way it works in the real world, right? So I've got the two thrusters loaded up. I've got them set up on max. I'm going to disconnect the gas can here. So they've only got the 20 in them. That's all we're going to be measuring. And what I'm going to do is we're going to run this for a course and then turn around and come back on the minimum setting. And so we expect it to take longer on the minimum setting, but is it going to use more gas to get there faster? That's that's something I can't do a static test on. So we're going for distance here. This is not sped up. This is not video editing. This thing actually moves this fast. And I lost control. So we haven't used much at all. Let's take a longer run and see how far we can go before I lose control again. Because I'm not sitting in a seat, this gets kind of wobbly. It bounces me around, which screws up my hands-free control. Screws up my body position. But this is pretty impressive. I don't think I've even traveled this fast on land. You see it moving me around a little. Couldn't hold it. Still, that was pretty great. We used 6 gas off of each of those, so that's a total of 12. We came around that rock from that rock. And let's go ahead and turn them down so I can actually turn around without spinning in circles. We used 6 out of each of them, and that makes a total of 12 to get out here. And since we're doing distance, time isn't important in this test. I just want to see if we're using more gas to go faster over the same distance. Very controllable now. It moves faster when both of them are running, believe me. It's going to be about 5 minutes getting back, and I'll go over a little bit about this hands-free setup that I finally went with. I've got 2 other videos, and I keep taking parts off of them, trying to make it cheaper, because that's my thing, make it cheap. We've got both of these on the first setting. We'll get 20 units of gas in each of them, and no seat belt now. You might be able to swim this fast, I don't know. But it took us 12 gas units to get out here. I'm going to be curious to see. I know, but we'll find out here how much we save by going slower, because we've got the same amount of weight, going the same distance, same conditions. And a lot of your gas use has to do with how much weight you're trying to pull or float. That's why I made the hands-free, was so I could carry a craft bot. When I'm carrying it, it doesn't have any weight. It won't. But if I set it down on the boat, it'll drag it right down to the bottom. So I made this so I could carry a craft bot instead of having to swim with one. And I'm setting up outposts out in the water here, so that I can go from one to the next, and I don't have to carry enough gas to get there and back. And when I can make gas at the other end of my trip, I can make gas and go further if I want without having to come back to base to make more gas, to fill up a bunch of boxes. So I've got all the gas on the boat, making it heavier. Um, if you think about it, I think you'll get the idea. It really increases my range, decreases fuel consumption, and I'm making gas where I need it, not having to burn more to come back to base to make gas. So we'll go around our pylon rock here and up to our starting point. I'll show you some details on this seat delete. Um, Basically, these sensors are cross-wired, so when I'm and they're overlapped. This is a 7 wide helm and 7 spaces wide, and I've got these both set to 4, so they overlap in the middle. And when I'm standing in the middle, they both turn on. Now, if I move to the left, only the right one stays on, which rotates the boat to the left. And then I can move back to the middle, and the left one will come on and move me forward. And it works the same on the other side. Those sensors are set for button, and like I said, it's nice having my hands free to eat or refuel or whatever I want while I'm still traveling. Okay, let's call this good. Wrong one, dummy. There you go. And same distance, much slower speed. We use the same amount of fuel. So it looks like speed has nothing to do with fuel consumption. Now, I didn't test a level 1 thruster against a level 5. Just get your thrusters up as high as you can afford. I know that they're really expensive with the component kits, but it's the only way to travel on the water. And like I said, if you've got craft pots set up around the continent, you can even put in little farms and replenish your food and ammo and gasoline just like a convenience store. So that's it for this video. I hope it was helpful. I had fun making it, and thanks for watching.